Coming up on Winning Bets is back to Major League Baseball for two bets. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. It's Friday. A little different, though, in terms of how we normally roll out the weekend slate. You guys normally know on Friday we'll roll out bets for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But the soccer season is winding down. We know the La Liga season is over. Premier League has only got one more match week, and the Serie A is also winding down. So now that we're going to go into mainly a baseball mode, I'm not going to be able to roll out the entire weekend slate on Friday's episode anymore because of the bullpen usage primarily. You just have to see how these teams use the bullpen guys and who's fresh for Saturday, who's fresh for Sunday. So to make a weekend projection on Friday, that's just really tough. And there's always obviously the possibility of injury. So you guys are really going to be wanting to follow me on Twitter. That's at Winning Bets Pod. That's at Winning Bets Pod. I'll certainly be tweeting out winning bets on Saturday and Sunday. You guys will come to find out. I'm new to YouTube, but you guys will come to find out that I'm very, very profitable in baseball using my scripts and my analytics and my research. So you don't want to be missing out on winning bets. So make sure you are following me on Twitter at Winning Bets Pod so you can get the weekend action. As for what we're going to be doing, though, on Friday, we've got two bets for you this evening. The first one is going to be the Royals are playing the Indians. Look, from the Royals' perspective, they're throwing Danny Duffy on the mound. Look, he's not even a number one starter on any team. He's obviously the number one starter on this team, but that doesn't mean he's a number one starter and he has number one starting stuff. He was 7-6 last year with a 4.34 ERA. He had an FIP of 4.78. He walks 3 batters per 9 innings. Just not a guy with a lot of great control. He's going to give up hits and he's going to give up a lot of runs. We know on the offensive side they have Merrifield, and other than that, yeah, that's far and away their best hitter and the only guy that's really going to scare you in that lineup. He also, last year against the Indians, he went 1-1 with a 4.26 ERA. He pitched 12.2 innings, gave up 12 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 8 homers, 3, and he had 7 walks in those 2 outings. Just not a guy that, competes really well against the Indians. On the flip side, for the Indians, they're throwing Shane Bieber on the mound. Look, this guy last year, towards the end of the season, he was talked about in the Cy Young conversation, so we know that he has that potential. Look for him to have another strong season this year and build on that late success that he had late in the last season. He went 15-8 with the 3.2 ERA in the American League. That's really good. He was third in Ks with 259. The opponent's batting average against him was only 2.57, and his FIP was 3.32, so right in line there with his ERA. And he strikes out 10.88 batters per 9 innings, and he has a 44% ground ball rate. So just a guy that's going to keep the ball in the ballpark, keep it down on the fields, give his infielders an opportunity. And then obviously, like I gave you right there, he's also going to strike out a lot of guys. So I'm taking the Indians on the run line at plus 120. So that's the bet for Royals versus Indians. Take the Indians run line at plus 120. And you guys will also notice throughout the season, I'll do a lot of run line bets. Look, in baseball, majority of teams will win over by 2, and you can get less juice by using the run line. So we'll use that a lot throughout the season to make ourselves. All right, guys, jumping into our other bet for Friday. It's going to be a parlay with the first game being the Tigers versus the Reds. Look, the Tigers were one of the worst teams in baseball last year, and they didn't really do a whole lot to improve the club. I know they brought in Cameron Maybin. He was great for the New York Yankees, but everybody was great for the New York Yankees and hitting home runs. I'm not sure how good Maybin's going to do once you take him out of that potent lineup. And we know that their best bat is Miguel Cabrera, but even he's showing major signs of declining. And then you look at their bullpen, what could be maybe a bullpen game just throughout this whole season with the shortened, only being 60 games. Their bullpen is really weak, so not really high on the Tigers at all this season. Flip side of that, they're playing the Reds. Look, the Reds, while they may not have a great bullpen themselves, they actually improved, though, in the offseason. They brought in Moustakas. They brought in Castellanos, which may be one of the best hitters in all of Major League Baseball. You pair those two guys up with Votto. This team's going to score some runs, and they're going to do some damage a lot more times than not. So here in this one, I'm just relying on the Reds offense to get it done. The Tigers didn't improve that much. So that's the first part of our parlay, is taking the Reds over the Tigers. The second part of our parlay, the Mariners are playing the Phillies. with the Marlins. Sorry, the Marlins are playing the Phillies. With the Marlins, you have Alcantara on the mound versus Nola. A slight edge to Nola. Look, he was a little more consistent throughout the season last year, but he's not going to blow Alcantara really away. Nola has more of the potential to do that, but his consistency shows he's not going to do that. But he is more consistent than Alcantara, so I'll take Nola in that matchup. And then as for the Phillies, we know that they have a potent offense. They have Real Muto, they have Hoskins, Segura, they have Didi Gregorius, they have Andrew McCutchen, they have Bryce Harper, and they have Jay Bruce. So just a real potent lineup that anybody up and down throughout that entire lineup, they can do some damage. So really worried there about that lineup. Where on the Marlins, a couple of guys maybe can scare you, but nothing really is going to stick out. Those are the guys, when they win the game, they're going to have all 9 guys contributing, where the Phillies, they don't need that, right? Harper and Bruce can have a good day, and if they each hit a home run and come along with 3-4 RBIs, that's going to be enough to get it done. The Marlins, though, they're going to need consistent up and down that lineup any game that they try and win, and that's a lot to ask of. Neither one of these teams have a great bullpen. You're going to hope that this game is over in terms of score-wise before it gets deep into the bullpen. But first game, at least the Phillies will be throwing out their best arm, so that's going to be the parlay that I have for you guys. Parlay the Reds over the Tigers, parlay the Phillies over the Marlins, and those odds come in at plus 131. So a Reds Phillies money line parlay comes in at plus 131. All right, guys, so those are the 2 bets I've got for you on Friday. Again, follow me on Twitter. That's at WinningBetsPod. That's at WinningBetsPod. You guys know, it's just going to be hard to predict baseball in terms of projecting out a few days in a row. So just make sure you're following me on there. Otherwise, we'll come back on Monday. We'll do it all over again. We'll sum up this great week that we're having, see where it all lands, and count the Benjamins in our pocket. All right, guys, I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Winning Bets.